tutorial, and this is where I'm going to show you how to build your own personal scheduling agent. It's going to be a very simple tutorial. It's going to be very beginner friendly, and it's going to be an introduction to Langflow. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new flow. So Langflow has a bunch of templates and starter templates you could use, but I am not gonna go into this right now because there are a lot of uh, components here. I will leave this analysis to you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start with a blank flow. I'm gonna start with an agent, and by default it's OpenAI. I'm just gonna use Grok. I think I am gonna choose Gemma. So I choose Gemma, and I do have my API key defined. It's a global variable. So if you want to do a global variable, you have to go here, add a new global variable, and you can choose if it's like a generic variable or a credential. You can choose if you want to dynamically apply it to a field. So because I choose the Grok API key to be applied here, it's like automatically applied. So you saw when I just added the component, it automatically added it here. So next I want my input, so I'm just going to use my chat input, and I'm going to use my chat output. So this will allow you to chat with your agent. So let's test this out. Hello there, what are you? So it's going to reply something generic, basically. Okay, so this is in Llama. Let's change the model. Let me just use Gemma. Hello there, what are you? Right, so give me a second, let me stop this, let me delete. Hello. So yeah, there are cases where this is happening, so I'm just gonna hit the pause button over here, and we're gonna go right ahead into your tool creation, right? So an agent needs tools to do work. So you can see that you have to supply the input to this particular place here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search for Google Calendar, because this is what we'll be using to schedule our meetings. So we're gonna do with the tool mode. So once you do a tool mode, you will be able to like get the proper output for this. So you connect it to here, so the agent can use your Google Calendar tools. And you see that you need to be connected to your Google Calendar account. If not, you will not be able to like access your calendar. So I'm gonna give it the ability to create an event, or I'm just gonna give it all access. So I'm gonna close. So this will give the agent the ability to connect to this calendar and basically create, delete, do all of these events. So let me give it some prompt, right? So it's a placeholder prompt, so I'll just leave it like your name is Katie, and Carrie, you, apologies, you are a scheduling assistant that can schedule meetings in Google Calendar. Consider by default the attendee to be myself, i.e. gmail.com, and the meeting duration to be 30 minutes unless specified differently by the user. And please, oh yeah, no need for please, and consider that you are IST time zone. So this is a very simple prompt. There are a lot of complex prompt and prompt engineering that can be done to make your agents like really smart. So I'm just gonna show you this tweet by Andrej Karpathy, right? So You see, he says that this is the hottest new programming language is English, and I tend to agree with that because without this instruction, you're not gonna get a really good response. You won't know what to do. So I'm just gonna on Google Calendar, just gonna give it Compose Your API. Compose Your API tool. So it's gonna be it's gonna be very raw. I'm just doing this on the fly. And let's see if this actually works this time. So I'm just gonna build my model. Hopefully I haven't please reduce the length of the maybe the deep seek. So since this is 9B, maybe I just give it less. So this is where you hit your limitations when you're using like a free model and free tools. So once you hit your limits, you are basically limited by them. And let me build it again. So yes, it is here. So now let's go to the playground. I'm going to delete this session. Hi, what is your name? Alright, so I don't think this model is really that good. So I'm just going to choose some other model. Maybe Llama. So this is like a common problem that you run into, like in using different models and different use cases, you will need to choose the one which works for you. So right now as I'm building, you can see that it is taking quite a time. I think it may error out as well. Let's see. We just stop the build. Let me try something again. Hello, what is your name? So yeah, so now you can see that I got the response from the agent. Now I'm gonna like ask it to schedule a meeting. Could use meeting on my calendar where the sole attendee is dan@gmail.com, which is my email, and it begins on 8:30 p.m. IST today, and it runs for 45 minutes until 9:15 p.m. IST today, the 30th of July. So to keep the conversation going, I am hoping that this schedules. Yes, so it did schedule a meeting on my calendar, and let's check this out. Go to my calendar. Oh god, yeah. So these are some of the limitations with the older models. See, like you need to specify the year, so you can see where I messed up in my prompt over there. Consider that you're in the IST time zone, and if you do see that it assumed that, see, it's like a baby AI models, it learned by doing. So if you don't specify, you see it did schedule a meeting for 45 minutes and so this is like a very simple mistake. So let me just correct it. The IST time zone, and consider yourself IST time zone and if no year, day and month is specified, use the current date. So I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to try again. Thank you. Okay. You know what? I'm going to add a new chat. Hey Carrie, could you schedule a meeting for me where I am the sole attendee? Diamine@gmail.com. Scheduled for 30 minutes on 30 p.m. IST. 9 p.m. IST. Today, the 30th of July 2025. So let's see if this schedules the minute now. So you can see it is executed, and let's go to today's date, and you can see it did schedule a meeting now, and you can see how the prompt engineering works, and it is very intuitive beforehand. So I'm just going to delete this even I don't want an alert to show up. So there you have it. You have like a very simple scheduling agent, a very simple agent that you built with me. So now I can show you a bunch of tools that you could use. So a lot of people like use this tools for, you can see that there are a lot of helpers here, right? And you can use basically any of these components to help you or your agent like work. So suppose you're building an agent that will scrape the web for data, right? Like you always obviously have RSS feeds where you have like finance bots and everything. So if you again select the tool mode, you can see you can read an RSS, you can give the ability to it. Now you can like do this. You can even provide it with some the ability to execute Python code. So this is like really powerful. So again, this will not support by this model because it's a very free model, free tier. It's going to be very heavy. It's not going to run. It will like fail with the rate limit. But you can basically do all this cool stuff with Langflow. You can build production level applications with Langflow, and you can actually have a very deep control by like pressing on this control button. So you did see my name I specified here. I can even control that here. I can go to my chat output. So I can just change the name of my to Carrie, and you can see that this is all by default. So this is up to you. You can like go in and play with all of these components. So let me chat again and see if the name is updated. Hello. You should see that the name. Yeah. So you can see it's accessing Google Calendar every time. And because I gave it a prompt, it is basically scheduling the events. So yeah, you have to handle all these cases. And this is the beauty of Langflow, right? So you can see this is a sender type machine. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, and you can give a lot of cool tools you can use. So a couple of them I did have in my Scally draw board. So these we are coming to the end of the video. So these are some of the 4 projects like you could try. One is like an RSS reader, which I showed you right here, where you can connect it and get data and list headlines and topics. You can use URL vector store. This is something a friend of mine is doing. He is suffering from ingestion lag because he is working on a bunch of IoT devices, and using Langflow they were able to automate their whole like data ingestion process and like improve their models efficiency using RAG. So this is another use case. It's like a bit complex. So the simpler ones will probably 1, 3 and 4. So 4 is this, like you can wrap your company's internal API, like basically whatever Jira or any of your internal API works, you can connect to it with the API tool. So let me just show you which tool that is. You can see API request. Yes, so you can paste a curl, and if you go to tool mode, you can basically give it to the agent and give it all the props that you need. So it's as simple as that. Building an agent is really that simple in Langflow. So have fun, guys, and thank you for watching this tutorial video. I hope you were able to like get excited for Langflow and learn this wonderful tool. That's it from my side. Thank you.